Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. Every week is fashion week for me. Wake up, put on.
To begin, you just want to make a new canvas. I made mine 1 by 1, which is square. And then you want to use the soft felt tip. So now I'm going to just write what I want in cursive, or well, in this style. Not necessarily cursive, but kind of cursive and kind of calligraphy. But I'm not going to add the thickness to it yet. I'm just going to write the letters. And unlike cursive, you can pick up your pen or stylus or finger from the canvas, unlike you would in cursive, because cursive is just one-way thing. And now I'm going to add in the thickness, which is all the parts that you would go down to. So all the strokes that you would go down for, like all the strokes that your pen would move down, because to make the line, those are the thicker parts. But the going up parts are more thin. If you don't really get this, let me know and I'll make a whole video just about calligraphy if you want. I mean, I personally would love to make that video. Anyways, I'm just going to continue adding those thickness to the lines, just like so. Okay, so now I'm going to transform the lettering to make it the way that I want it. Now I'm going to add in the color, but first I'm going to bring that wording down a little bit because I feel like it's too long. I mean, too high. So now that I added a new layer, I'm going to change the filter of it. So I just pressed that normal right there, and then I pressed lighten. I also pressed that clipping underneath there just in case, you know. Now I'm adding some colors to it. I just picked out some random colors. I mean, not random, just colors that I personally really like. Just like this. And I decided to do 3 colors, but you could do honestly any amount that you want. And if you only want to do 1, you can skip this step, you can skip this new layer part, but I would suggest doing more than 1 color because it would just look cooler, funner, like it would just look better that way. Now I'm going in with blur so that I can actually let those colors blend together, kind of look like a watercolor calligraphy, just like this. And now I'm going to duplicate the original layer and add a shadow. So I'm transforming it so that it would look like a shadow, I guess. And I'm going into the filter and changing the color to a lighter gray, and then I'm going to Gaussian blur to make it a little blurry but not too blurry. I decided to make the shadow a little bit in a different place, just like this. So I transformed it right there. Now I'm going to add a new layer and add the highlights. So for the highlights, I lowered the the thickness of the brush, and I changed the color to white. So as you can see, I'm just adding some highlights like this, and you can add highlights if you want, but I just decided to because I think it would look better that way. Changed the layer to the shadow layer again and made the so I made the filter change drawing color, and I made it a little bit a darker gray, I guess, but not fully black yet. And now I added a layer from the canvas and added a new layer, and I went back to that layer so that I could transform it all at once, so I had changed the way it was shaped. And now I'm going to add some little doodles. I forgot what they were called. I think they were called fluorescents. In this case, I'm pretty sure they're called fluorescents, but I don't know. Yeah. Basically, it's just like things to spice up the calligraphy drawing, I guess. Just like. So now I just added a layer, and now I'm going to make the background. For the background, I used a gouache mix. Gouache. Bleh. I don't know how to say it. It's in the watercolor section. I used a mix to make it look like a watercolor background. And instead of using blue like I thought I would, I decided to do a purple. Not a green, or not a blue, but a purple. Not a pink either. I just experimented with some colors, decided what I wanted to do, and I decided to do this pink, purple. Just like this. So I just like played around with the size of the background a little bit to make it look like an actual watercolor paper, like an actual watercolor. Yeah. Now I'm going down and finding that splash brush option, and I lowered the opacity a little bit so that it would look better. And right now I'm just adding some splats, I guess, just like this, and it makes the background look better, I guess. Just